Well, the coster's finished jumping on his mother. Supposing I was to tell you that a red sports car similar to yours was seen in the area around Badhampton just before the robbery.
I should ask if it had the same number plates as mine.
He loves to lie basking in the sun. Number plates can be changed.
You'll have to do better than that, Chief Inspector.
Or take one consideration with another. A policeman's lot is not a happy one. Do you own a revolver, Mr. Malilowski?
Certainly. I have a revolver and an automatic pistol. Both with proper licenses.
Where are they now?
The pistol is in the pocket of my car, and the revolver in a drawer at my flat.
You're right about the revolver, but about this.
Where did you get this from?
The basement area near Bertram's hotel. It was used last night to shoot Michael Gorman, the commissionaire.
I see. So now I'm guilty of murder as well as robbery. This is ridiculous. Why should I kill a pathetic old war relic?
The bullet wasn't intended for him. It was intended for a young lady. Someone I believe you know. Elvira Blake.
Why should I kill the girl that I'm going to marry? Apart from any romantic qualms, I'd hardly dish a fortune.
Unless you were married to her already. Then you'd inherit it.
Good try, Chief Inspector, but wrong again. I was playing poker last night. Any other suspects?
A mother, perhaps?
Bess, kill her own daughter.
She's next of kin?
She gets enough money from her American ex.
Enough is not the same as a fortune. She might have had an additional motive. Suppose her daughter was about to marry the man that she loved.
Now, I've heard everything. All right. Bess and I have been lovers. It was never serious.
On your part, perhaps.
What a hoot. Trish Gormsby Smythe at a hunt ball. She looks like a horse herself.
Why did you tell them you didn't know Ladislaus? You don't have to lie to me. He's no good, Elvira. He's using you.
You say that because you're jealous. I know about you and him.
Darling, that meant nothing.
Well, this means everything.
I know what it's like. When I was your age, I thought I was in love with someone.
How can you compare what you felt for that revolting Irishman with what I feel for Ladislaus? You don't know what it is to love someone. The way I love him.
Oh, Canon Pennyfather. Oh, the answer to my prayers. Oh, fully recovered, I trust.
How kind. I've come to fetch. Oh, what was it now? Oh, yes, my luggage.
Well, before you go, I wonder, would you take part in a little experiment?
Yes.
6, 7, 8. Oh, thank you, Canon. That will do nicely.
Was it all right?
Oh, it wasn't you I saw that night. No, he looked like you, but the walk was different, and I think it was a younger man.
You mean I didn't come back here?
Oh, yes, you came back. There's no question of that. You must have come upstairs without anyone noticing you. And then what happened? You opened the door, so... And what did you see?
I'm sorry, it's still a complete blank.
Something in the mirror, perhaps.
Mirror, mirror. Yes, that's it. Except...
There is no mirror visible from the door. My room is identical to the one you had. What you saw was someone dressed up to look like you.
Yes, by George, I remember now. I couldn't think what... And then...
And then someone hit you on the head, and the false Canon Pennefather, your doppelganger, was driven post-haste to Bedhampton. And you say that the couple who found him in the road were in on it too?
Oh, I've no doubt about it. There's a network of contacts throughout the country.
Really? Well, I'm very sorry if I misled you, Chief Inspector, but I might have known that it wasn't Canon Pennefather.
Oh, a perfectly natural mistake, and one they've been trading on. Not only Justice Ludgrove, but an admiral, an archdeacon, all with distinctive appearances, all near the scene of the robbery. And while we've been running round in circles, the impersonator returns to normal. Well, thank you very much for coming in, Miss Marple.
Well, I think it's a very complicated way of doing things.
Well, the person behind all this is a very complicated character.
And you know who it is?
At long last. I only wish I knew who'd murdered Michael Gorman. Then I could clear the whole thing up in one fell swoop.
Well, if I might make a suggestion, Chief Inspector, of course I might be barking up the wrong tree again.
I doubt it, Miss Marple.
But I think you'll find the answer lies in a place called Ballygowan.
Good afternoon, madam. Your table's ready.
Oh, thank you.
Right, now we'll go straight to Bertram's.
Do you want to handle this on your own, sir, or would you like me to come along?
Oh, I want you to supervise the other arrangements.
You sure you won't need someone?
Yes, I'll have Miss Marple.
Come in, sit down.
Let me sit over there.
Would you like me to fetch Elvira?
It's you I want to speak to, Lady Sedgwick.
Have you any news of the man who tried to shoot her? Please.
Not what you call news. Tell me, Lady Sedgwick, how much did that business upset you?
What a question. I was sad, of course, but as I only knew the man to nod to, my concern was...
You're sure? What? I think you knew him rather better than that. Wasn't he your husband?
Oh, dear. You police aren't as slow-witted as people make out. All right, we were married once, but I hadn't seen him for 30 years. He was a groom on my parents' estate. I ran away with him when I was younger than Elvira. First 24 hours were enough to disillusion me, drunken brute. Fortunately, my family caught up with us and paid Mickey off.
And you didn't tell him that you'd married him?
Not in your Nelly.
So when you married Lord Coniston, you committed bigamy?
And when I married Ridgway Becker and Johnny Sedgwick, bigamy, trigamy, what's the difference? Scotch.
No, thank you.
Did you never think of getting a divorce?
Why rake that all up?
And then Gorman turned up here and tried to blackmail you?
That is pure supposition, Chief Inspector.
Oh, no. We had it on excellent authority.
How on earth could you know?
The chairs in the writing room have very high backs.
Eavesdropping, eh?
It is a public room.
She wasn't the only person that overheard your conversation.
Not Selina Hazy. It'll be all round London.
No, Lady Sedgwick. Your daughter.
Oh, my God, what must she have thought?
Enough to do as we have done. Go over to Ireland and search out the truth.
I must talk to her, explain.
Oh, you might reassure her that she wasn't the intended murder victim. Well, that's how it appeared to her. That's how the murderer wanted it to look. He fired a shot, taking care that the bullet went nowhere near her, She screamed, Gorman ran down the road, and then the murderer shot the person he always wanted to shoot. Michael Gorman.
I'm glad you said he, Chief Inspector. For a moment I thought you were about to accuse me.
Oh, there's plenty of people besides yourself with a motive to bump him off. After all, Bertram's is a blackmailer's paradise, isn't it?
Bertram's?
Well, it's the headquarters for one of the biggest crime syndicates we've ever known.
Dear old Bertram's? It's the most respectable place in London.
And a lot of money and time gone into making it so. The genuine and the phony all mixed up in a superb actor manager in Henry.
But Henry is Bertram's.
Humphreys is wonderfully plausible, too. Not to mention Miss Gorringe and Rose Shelton and all those foreign visitors with their luxury luggage, tailor-made for carrying money in and out of the country. Now, take those cabins that was there.
Those dreadful Americans. Don't tell me they're crooks.
They left with £300,000 stashed